We have been working very, very hard. If you've been watching any of my videos lately, we've been doing a lot of standing balance poses, which are more of a workout than maybe you realized. So today I thought we'd go the complete opposite direction and I'd show you exactly how you can take Shavasana. It's also known as constructive rest. It's the pose that we take at the very end of every class. In my opinion, it's the most important pose. It's really an opportunity to quiet the mind, let your mind absorb all the work that your body has done for the past hour or 75 minutes. It's not always easy. I have to say the first several times that I took Shavasana, my mind was a flurry of activity. But over time, with practice, just like with anything, I really grew to love this pose. I do have several students who, from the get-go, have said it's their favorite pose because they love to lie down, and I'm all for that. So I wanted to show you exactly what it was about, though. It's not always obvious. What are we supposed to do in this pose? So lots of options. The most important rule is you gotta breathe and do your best to be still. Other than that, I leave it completely up to you. So I'm gonna get here on my mat and just show you some things that you might consider as ways to take Shavasana pose. Here we go. The most straightforward is to lie down. And you'll see that many people will take Shavasana pose just like this. You'll notice I have a little blanket under my neck. Not everyone needs that or wants that. Letting the shoulders relax away from the ears, just feeling the back body connecting with the ground. And also noticing those areas where it doesn't connect with the ground, because there are spots that don't touch. Moving all the way down, just kind of noticing your feet. I encourage you to let your feet relax. Most of us aren't really relaxed if our toes are pointing straight up towards the sky. Let them open up naturally, or maybe they open in naturally. Just invite softness. So this is probably what you'll see most people do in Shavasana, but that's not for everybody. Some folks would prefer to lie on their side, maybe cradling their head in their arm, maybe bending their knees a lot if you want to curl up like a ball, maybe just bending them a little, and rest right like this. Another excellent option. Some folks will like to incorporate props, and this is where I come in. I love to run around at the end here as everybody settles into the pose and bring them whatever props they need to get super comfortable. One example would be a bolster under the knees. You might give this a try. It gives you a little bit of a psoas, a hip flexor release, so it's not tugging so much. Those muscles aren't tugging so much on your pelvis, so you might consider this. And I have thicker bolsters should you choose to do that. Some folks like to snuggle up with a blanket, and I love tucking people in. I have plenty of blankets, so you could open this blanket all the way up and get completely covered. Or, lately I've been liking to offer a folded blanket right on the abdomen. For some reason it just offers a little bit of grounding, settling, almost like remembering when you were a little kid and maybe you had a stuffed animal that you slept with. So, I don't know, personally I like this. A lot of my students love to rest here with a folded blanket on the abdomen. And then, periodically, what I will do is offer a warm, dampened washcloth. This can be unscented or it can be scented with lavender, completely up to you. It's also completely optional, but I will have this at the end of class sometimes, and if you'd like, I can cover your eyes with that, and you can rest and enjoy the warmth. Perhaps the scent of lavender, if you like that. And rest here in Shavasana. I'm going to remove all these props before I get too comfortable and fall asleep right here. So again, we conclude every single class with a Shavasana, with a constructive rest, as an opportunity to, again, let the mind kind of settle down, incorporate everything that the body has done, and just take a little rest before you move on with your day or with your evening. So be sure to check it out next time you come to class.